In some of the most hostile environments, in the most aggressive of conditions, riders continually redraw the boundaries of human ability. Through searing heat and supreme cold, the right equipment allows them to go beyond these limits. For Nairo Quintana and his Movistar team, Scottish clothing manufacturer Endura are charged with producing the best possible materials to keep them one step ahead of the game.
The move to Movistar was a real quantum leap in terms of expectation of performance. Working with them initially, it was incredibly demanding, and they had a very clear set of reasons why they were coming to us. We're probably using about 30 different fabrics on the World Tour stuff, and on one product alone there may be about 17 different variants that we'll have just for that fit session, and then still have to make modifications beyond that. So really the options on variants are infinite that we have available to the riders, because they can basically specify whatever they like. Also, there's personal preference involved in this. I mean, some riders who have exactly the same body clones will take very, very different sizes or styles or variants, because they just really want it to feel incredibly secure and very tight, and that's what makes them feel comfortable.
With each individual preference and each meticulous measurement of every rider noted, the designs are drawn up by the development team. Then it's down to the cutting floor to turn what is on screen into reality.
Once the artwork's been created and the pattern's been done, it then gets transferred downstairs down to here, and it goes on to the automatic cutting machine. And just now we've got Nairo Quintana's jersey ready for the tour. That's just about to be cut. Once the fabric's been cut into the pattern and the prints have actually been printed, they then come through into the heat press department, and at that point they get put together. Now all our fabric starts off as white, and it gets pressed at 200 degrees, and then that transfers the colour. Once the garment's pressed and it's got the design on it, it then comes up into the sewn area, and what happens then is it goes into different operations depending on what garment it is. What happens here is the final stage of the process, where the garments are inspected and checked to make sure that they're okay, and at that point they're folded and packed and put into boxes across here to be sent out.
The final outcome has to optimise the performance of the athletes who wear it. But with some Grand Tour stages surpassing 5 hours in the saddle, Endura must collaborate and innovate so the riders experience the maximum possible levels of comfort.
So 700 series pad has been developed using scientific data rather than just rider data. We've added in a much more technological approach to that, bringing in the science, working with G-Biomized, who are bike fitting experts. They originate from the Sports Science Division of Munich University. And what they've brought in is a new pressure mapping technology, which is a computer technology where we have a pressure pad sitting on the saddle of the bike, and that maps the pressure profile of a rider sitting on the saddle, where the pressure peaks across the saddle are. And what we've been able to do with that data is create a pad which evens out those pressure peaks. One of the things that people don't realise is how technical the chamois actually is. It's made up of several layers of foam. Those layers of foam are different densities. They're bonded together in different ways. So the 700 series, we use a process called flame lamination, which bonds the two types of foam together without any glues. So that keeps the breathability open. Again, it means that the moisture that comes out of the body is dispersed and taken away as quickly as possible. That's also facilitated by the top sheet. The top sheet on top of the foam is very soft, high wicking microfiber, which is an Italian fabric that's high stretch, high wicking, and again assists that process of taking the moisture away and dispersing it through the foam.
With all the research, collaborations and new technology, the ultimate challenge comes from the riders themselves.
The feedback that they give us they expect the best. You know, they ride the best bikes, they race against the top level racers in the world, so they expect the best, so their product has to stand up to that testing, that expectation, and that does filter down into our main range product. The fabrics that we use, the construction methods we use, the finishing techniques, these all get feedback from Movistar. We improve the products for them, and then that filters down into our main range for the products that are available for any rider out there to buy.